Kia ora everyone, and welcome back to another video in our wellness series. My name is Olivia and I'm the Manchester Unity National Content Coordinator for the Members Forum, and I'm joined by Sofian from Shaking Minds, and today we're going to be talking about physiology and the importance around it. So before we dive into today's video, I'll pass it over to Sofian to introduce himself and then we'll get into it.
Hi everyone, and thank you very much for joining us in that new video of our Wellness Being series. My name is Sofian and I'm the founder of Shaking Minds. Shaking Mind has been created to have a positive impact on people's life, and so I've been a life coach for the last 10 years all around the world. So today I want to talk with you about something that's I have personally disregarded for quite a long time, but now that I started to include that into my daily routine, it actually made a huge impact, and this is physiology. So without further wait, I'm going to jump straight into that, and I'm going to talk to you about what is physiology and explain to you what it's about. So the best way to explain what physiology is about is to give you an example of what it looks like. Physiology is about how you stand, okay? So what I want to ask you, Olivia, is I just want to project you to just put your shoulders a little bit at the front like that, let your head drops, and try to think if you had to walk around in the street like that all day long, how would that feel like?
I'd feel a little bit scared, perhaps vulnerable, almost like everyone was looking at me. I was kind of being judged.
Absolutely, yeah, and I get that. So basically, as soon as you drop your shoulders at the front and the head that goes down, you actually feel like a little bit sad, a little bit like it kind of shakes your self-confidence because you don't feel at 100%, right? So now, on the other hand, what I would like you to try on is just to put the shoulders at the back, pump the chest up like this. Think about if you were to walk around like that. How would that feel like for you?
Completely different. I feel a lot more confident, happy, almost like I can go and do anything.
That's great. So this is exactly that. Like Olivia just demonstrated the difference between what we have when we have the shoulders that goes at the front as opposed to the shoulders that goes at the back. That little difference that we just highlighted right here is your physiology right there. So I just want to show you, you can probably see my little blue button on my shirt right there. And I just wanted to show you the little difference that you have when I go from that to that, from this to this. You can see that little button is moving, and it's actually, there's not that much difference, right? We're talking about maybe, here I'm exaggerating the movement, so it might be something around like 2 centimeters, right? But if I just try to do it naturally, it would be more like this. And as you can see, the difference is very, very slight. We're talking about something that is less than 1 centimeter. That 1 centimeter is going to change the whole world for you. Like Olivia said, if she's just like this, she's going to feel a bit down, shake of lack of self-confidence, right? But as soon as she goes that further centimeters up, she's actually going to feel a lot more energized, a lot more like she can conquer the world. That's literally what it is. So physiology will actually affect the way you think, and that's going to affect your mindset, okay? So if we have a look at what I have behind me, physiology is the first step right there. The physiology like we just talked about will actually affect your mindset. If you have like a strong physiology, you're going to have a strong mindset. A strong mindset will generate very positive thoughts. You're going to start to focus on what is positive around you, what are the opportunities that you can have around you. Because you generate those positive thoughts, it's going to lead to what I call bold action. It's going to push you maybe a little bit more out of your comfort zone because you feel that you're indestructible. You know what I mean? You feel that you can take on the world. So the positive physiology will have that whole cycle here until it brings you to the action. And if you do an action, a bold action, even if it fails, you're going to be proud of it. You're going to be proud that you have the courage to do that. And because so, it's going to emphasize actually your physiology again. And this is how it goes over and over again. Now, the reason why we start with physiology and not on the other 3 right here is because physiology is the easiest thing that you can do. And I want to challenge every single one of you who are watching the video right now just to try that on, just for fun. Literally, if you're on your chair, I want you to stand up. I want you to like put yourself on your feet and just put your shoulders at the back and your sternum goes up. And think about, imagine that you're wearing a crown or you're wearing a cape, right? Or you're just striking your pose like this and you have that very strong stand. I want to challenge you to try that, and I want you to think about how does that make you feel? And you're going to see, you're going to feel indestructible. You're going to feel the fact that you can take on the world, okay? So physiology is the easiest piece to do. The other one will require a little bit more time to work on. So start with that, and that will make a huge difference. So now I just gave you like a really, really simple idea on how to create your physiology. Like I said, strike a pose, think that you're wearing a crown or having a cape, and you get to walk around like, you know, the king of the world or something like that. And it's going to make a huge difference. You can be silly about it, right? Because it's always a bit awkward maybe to start to walk around like this, but just be silly, just have fun with that. And you're gonna see your physiology, the way that it transforms, will transform your mindset and will transform your life, 100%. It's a very, very small tip. It's a thing that seems completely like, you know, it doesn't seem to be such a big deal, but in fact, it has a huge impact on your life. So think about your physiology, okay? Olivia, do you have any question regarding physiology?
Yes, I do. How can physiology improve your mood when the weather is changing? So I know for me, if I'm out in the rain, for example, a lot of the time I'll try and keep my head down, sort of shoulders sort of like closed off a bit to stop the rain hitting my face and my eyes. But if we change our physiology during the different weather, can that also improve our mindset? Because I know sometimes the rain can make us feel a bit down, whereas the sun makes us happy and outgoing. Can changing your physiology depending on the weather? Is that something that you've found works?
Absolutely. So basically, there's always that relationship that we create between the rain and our mood. And we're going to say that when it's raining, we actually feel depressed. The reason is, like you just said, when it's raining, you're actually going to start covering yourself like that. So naturally, you're going to put your shoulders to the front. And without realizing it, you're going to impact your mindset. So it's very interesting to see that, because on the other hand, when there's the sun shining, the sun in the face could be as annoying as being wet at the end of the day. It could be as annoying as the other, but you're actually going to embrace the sun. You're simply going to put your pair of sunglasses on and you're going to be happy about it, and you're more going to be entitled to put your shoulders back and just to open up your chest. So it does definitely have like an impact on your mood. The physiology is very important, and that's why we assimilate the rain to something. The interesting piece is, if you just have a look at children, when they go under the rain, they're actually going to be happy. And if you observe the physiology, you will actually see that they dance under the rain. Because they dance under the rain, they are happy. They're not going to put their shoulders at the front like this. They don't care about being wet. They're actually happy about it. They're going to get excited about this. So think like a little child. Next time, maybe when it's raining, like, just have fun. Go and dance under the rain, and you're actually going to realize that it's going to make you happy. It's literally going to make you happy. Any other question?
No, that's awesome. But it seems like such a simple thing to think about or change, but yet it can have such a profound effect on your mindset, then your thoughts, and then your actions. It's such an incredible piece of knowledge that, like you mentioned, you had disregarded before, but when you really start to think about it, it's like, oh yeah, actually that will actually benefit me.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, it's this tiny piece, this tiny cogs that is part of the huge mechanic, but it has such a huge importance on the way you function, right? And so you got to bear in mind that whatever you think, your body is going to translate it in a certain way, and your body will look like a certain way based on what you think. So because it works like this, don't think that it's only a one-way street. It's actually two-way street, where basically the way you stand is going to affect what you think. The way you think is going to affect what you stand. It's a lot easier to control how you stand as opposed to what you think. All right, so start with the way you stand, try that little exercise, have fun, and you're going to see a huge difference into your life. So thank you everyone for following that video, and we hope to see you soon on the next one. Take care, guys.